Okay, should we go?
Hello.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Why Is Harriet Crying?
With Sunil Patel.
Harriet Kemsley. How are you?
You sound tired.
I am
you sound
tired.
already
I am.
quite
You're
tired.
just being really mean about my jumper, and I'm really unhappy.
I'm not mean about every time. I just really like the fact that so many of your tops have French phrases on them, and I think it's really funny seeing you tottering into a gig with the words "Disco Paris" written on your top sometimes.
I like things with the word disco on it. It just seems like it's making things fun.
Yeah, they are fun.
You're
They're fun.
the opposite. You just wear things that aren't fun. Whereas
I don't wear
try and
anything.
find fun.
I don't wear anything with writing on it. No.
Yeah, everything you wear is bland.
Okay.
Just going straight into this. Have you heard of Cartman's drama triangle?
No.
I think we're living in it. I got taught about it. It's a triangle.
Cartman's drama triangle.
Yeah, so
It's a triangle. Yeah.
it's a triangle, and everyone takes on different roles within the triangle. So
If there's three people, you mean, or
yeah, but then I think the two of us are doing this.
okay.
So there's one that's the persecutor or the bully.
Yeah.
Who do you think that is?
Don't know. Well, let's see what the other two roles are.
Rescuer, the martyr.
Probably me.
Victim, helpless.
That's you.
Okay. The bully blames others for all their problems.
That's you.
No, wait.
That's entirely
Criticizes,
you.
dominating, puts others down,
Yeah.
angry, resentful,
That's you.
rule orientated,
That's probably me.
has all rights while others have none.
Yeah, but you're all of those things nearly.
Well, then
You're the one who blames others.
you
around
gain self-esteem by helping others.
Thank you.
You feel the need to fix people's problems.
No, I don't.
Often feel like a failure when the other person complains.
No.
So, but I think in it we all move around. I just learned about this triangle. And then somebody
So you
said
just learned about this
every
triangle, have you?
human like you were, and then you go around. So,
Which one's the best one? They all sound pretty shit.
yeah, they're all a bit bad, aren't they? So
Can you find other triangles we can be on?
this is the only triangle I've
What
got.
about Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
How does that go?
You start off at the bottom just wanting like food and water.
Yeah.
And then at the top you want self-actualization.
I want all those things.
Yeah, that's what.
What is
that's-
self-actualization?
It's when you're living your best life.
I want that.
Mm.
Who doesn't want that?
But you need the other
What
things
people want to
below
live
it
not their
first.
best life.
Well, you need to get the base right first, and people will only ever get to self-actualization once they get all the other things right.
So if you're on a diet, you can't be self-actualized.
What does that mean?
Well, if you don't have food, you can't have food.
Oh, if you don't have any food, then yeah, you won't ever realize your
Find
dreams.
yourself. Yeah. I found another.
You found a triangle of me.
No, this is the thing you were talking about. Folia. What's that? Who was talking about this?
This wasn't me. Folia. What's that?
What are folia?
Foliage. Foliage.
No, I'm not talking about foliage. No, this was something you were talking about. Wait, I wrote it down. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you wrote folia down again.
Yeah, I don't know what it means.
Yeah, why have you written it down?
I don't know.
Were we supposed to discuss folia?
I don't know what it actually means. Though.
I read that.
What?
You accusing me of lying.
Oh yeah, I wrote down. I just written a list. You're not supposed to see it. My stomach rumbled. It says Sunil, because you were on stage and then you keep telling people that you don't drink, and you do drink. I saw you drunk 2 weeks ago. Elliot was there. Did you see Sunil drunk? Say yes, Elliot.
Yes, yeah.
See, Elliot's the victim of your drinking. I'm the rescuer. You're the bully. So we found the triangle.
I had 2 cans. Yeah.
Yeah. And you were drunk.
I don't think I was drunk.
You were
No?
drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find a lot of the time you do deflect these things. When you've been drinking a lot, you want other people to be drinking a
Yeah,
lot.
because otherwise I feel
Otherwise
embarrassed
you
that
feel
I'm going to do
embarrassed.
something.
Exactly, yeah. And that's
so
a perfectly natural thing.
I don't like how you've done this.
Also, I don't think it's that bad. I just don't think it... Like, you do a joke where you... Look, I stopped drinking after September last year, but then I drink on special occasions now.
Yeah, but
But
you
the
just...
joke is still there saying I don't drink anymore. In fact, I could stop saying it. I could still do the joke. Is that your problem? That joke isn't 100% accurate? Because if that's a problem, I've got a lot to pick you up on.
No, it's because you pick and choose when you drink, and you
Yeah.
some people that you think are more fun.
Oh, is that what you're worried about?
Yeah, and then
Because
you
I won't
don't
drink
it,
with
yeah.
you.
And then I feel like I'm not fun. So,
It's not
or
fun.
maybe you don't feel the need to drink with me because I'm so fun.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
other people
I think
you have to drink with.
No, the thing is, like, with you, I remember in the past when we used to drink together, you could only ever have 2 drinks, and you can't have more than
3
that.
drinks.
Otherwise, you're a complete mess.
Yeah.
So there's always a limit to how much drunk fun there is when you're about.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean? Like, you've had 3 and then you've got to go home, so that's it.
No, but I don't. I stay out.
Yeah, but I don't...
I do shots now. You have no idea. I did a limoncello shot the other day.
That's
watch out.
Barely alcoholic, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, watch out.
No,
I
mean, I'm sorry if
that's
that makes you feel like you're not
apologizing.
fun.
Thank you for apologizing.
That's okay.
Do you still feel like you're the bully?
I feel like you're the bully.
I think you're the bully.
Why am I the bully?
Because your behaviour is bullying.
What? Which behaviour?
All of it. How to escape the triangle. I have to challenge my persecutor. That's you.
So I'm going to challenge you?
No, you're the persecutor, so I challenge you. Shift from the drama triangle. But then you just shift into another role. We just go round and round the triangle.
What are you on about?
The Cartman's drama triangle.
But even if we knew these roles existed, how would it help?
I don't know. I think we just got to get on with it. Should we get on our guest?
Yeah.
We got the wonderful Stephen Bailey.
Oh, okay. Well done. Okay, looking forward to that. It'll be really fun.
What?
Well, it's going to cut in, isn't it?
No, he's right here. He's here now.
Is he?
He's right here. Yeah.
10, 9,
Look,
Here
he's
he
just
comes.
coming.
7,
There he is.
6,
He's about to appear.
5, 4,
3,
2, 1.
Surprise! I was just talking about your advent calendar.
It's been a learning
About
process
how
for you.
he always would eat all the chocolates before the beginning of December, and then now he eats them once a day.
You've got a Milky Bar one as well.
Well
the
done,
lint
Bobby.
one's nice.
The lint one
other
looks...
one's
Yeah.
shit. What do you have with all your mishaps?
I've got a dairy-free, gluten-free, wheat-free,
Yeah,
free from
God.
Oh
advent
my
calendar.
God.
Joy-free, yeah,
Oh
basically.
Why don't you just get one of those, like, do you know the beauty product ones you can
I
get?
would love that, but Bobby doesn't know that. Can you tell Bobby to get me one?
Okay.
He doesn't
You
know
can't-
about it.
And as well, all you have to do is spend £40 in M&S and you get one for 25 quid, what it should be 300.
That's what I really want. Yeah.
But you can't just use one beauty product every day.
No, but they give you what?
You-
No, it's not like you just
What?
get shampoo one day and then you use the shampoo and then the next day you get
Oh,
conditioner.
tiny
and then,
little...
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like a stock up though, isn't it?
Yeah, so you
Is
get
it?
all these nice treats. Different treat every day.
I've got my regime
Like a
down,
nice
so I
and
don't...
dry cream.
I use... I only realised that I shouldn't be using Kiehl's because it's very bad for animal testing.
Really?
Oh,
Mm.
Kiehl's is one of my favourites.
Been using
as
the
well.
eye
I
stuff
don't
for
use
them.
it. I just
Oh,
use
really?
Elemis because they're very against animal testing.
Yeah. I
When
shouldn't.
nervous, go to Body Shop.
Yeah.
Really?
If you
I
don't
would
know
say-
what people do, just go there.
I've heard Lush are really bad.
No, they're really good.
They're
No,
really
their
good.
staff, apparently, behind the scenes.
No, their
it's like
staff
a
are
prop-
annoying. It's a different thing.
No, the guy apparently who runs it isn't even a vegetarian.
That's okay.
That's fine.
yeah.
Anyway, we're here with Stephen Bailey. He's joined us. What an
Yay.
interesting chat for everybody. Lovely.
Hope we cut out the slander just before we introduce him.
Wow, yeah, Mr. Lush.
No, don't say it
Insulting.
again.
Oh,
then.
sorry. Hi, Stephen.
Hi guys.
Stephen's a bit sick.
Thanks for having me. I've got my husky voice. Thanks for the
It's
lemsip.
quite sexy.
Do you like
It's a
it?
good
Yeah.
voice.
I want you to keep it.
My boyfriend's not even here to enjoy it.
How
But
long's he
maybe-
away for? What's
yeah.
he?
A week. I'm scared he's going to get stranded in New York.
Why? Because is there bad weather?
Snow, maybe.
Snow.
Is it?
It's for the
Of course,
festivities,
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
And
What's
I
it-
keep flashing back to that James Acaster and Ed Gamble story. Do you
Oh,
remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they all got trapped there.
I know. I should have gone with him to get the press. I've got a tour to sell.
What's he out there for? What?
Work. He works. He's a lawyer at NBC.
Oh, my.
I know. If
Oh,
I don't end up on
absolute-
Conan O'Brien soon, I'm blowing the wrong person.
I don't think Conan's on NBC.
Oh. Seth Meyers. I'll take a Seth Meyers.
I'll take one to Seth Meyers.
Take anything, really.
I don't know. I want to go to America.
Wow.
Me and Sunil very nearly booked. We got very drunk.
No,
and then-
I'd only had 2 beers.
Yeah, but you don't drink, so you were
Yeah,
drunk.
so I was a little bit
Yeah,
drunk.
so we were drunk, and then we nearly booked tickets to New York.
What stopped you?
Well, we didn't have money.
On the
Oh.
price comparison, it said £300, and then we clicked on it. It went up to 630.
I did that because I was going to go with Rich, and
Yeah.
then we looked, and it was like £300 return, and then by the time I had it confirmed by work, it was 1,500.
Come on.
Yeah, because we convinced ourselves. We were like, "That's so cheap, 300 quid, what a bargain!" And then we found an Airbnb that had like
It was someone's
it's someone's house.
someone
I
was
think.
living there.
Yeah, someone was living there, but then you got a room, and then we were like, "This is great."
It was actually working out really nicely.
Yeah, 20
Wow.
quid a night, and then
Were you going to take your husband or just Sunil?
no, because she was Bobby was away in
Oh, okay.
Australia.
yeah,
So she
Wow,
was like,
I'm
"Well,
so
I'm going to get him
jealous.
back for going to Australia on his own."
yeah, it was like
for work.
revenge.
I
He was
don't
just there
blame
for
you.
work.
I was so jealous of that, and I'm not even married to him.
I know. It was so annoying.
I was like, he doesn't even know who Caitlyn Jenner is.
He doesn't know. People keep saying he's got the same voice as Caitlyn Jenner, and that he
Bobby.
reminds people of Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, I've had a few people say that.
Caitlyn Jenner's no,
You don't think?
I don't
No.
think so at all.
No, people
That's
say
really
they've got a
thrown
look
me.
of, Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
He's got a look of her.
Yeah.
he absolutely
Yeah.
hasn't.
And the voice, people keep saying, "Oh, I hear the voice, and I think it's Bobby," and then it's Caitlyn Jenner.
What?
Well,
I don't know if
Caitlyn
he
is.
knows this actually.
Well, I don't know what to do with that.
I've never been so
No.
stumped in so long.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Bobby went to Australia, and I was really jealous. And they flew him out business class.
You have to.
He got bought bowls of ice cream whenever he wanted. They brought him chocolate mousse at Abu Dhabi Airport.
Like a child.
Yeah, like Home Alone. He was like Kevin McAllister, loose. And he wore grey jogging bottoms and a grey t-shirt. Even though there's like a dress code.
Is there?
He
for the
looked like he
business
just got
lounge?
out of jail when he got home. Yeah.
I just feel
On his
like, do you know
flight.
what annoys me? I don't feel like Bobby would appreciate business class the
No.
way I would appreciate
No,
business class.
exactly. I completely agree with you.
He
That's
would
how I
not be
felt.
doing the face mask and the
Oh,
creams
No.
and taking a
champagne.
trip. Yeah.
No.
I don't think they do that on business class. I think that's first.
He
Business
had a
is kind
bed.
of
He
like
slept for 8 hours solid.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that on a plane?
no. Fair play to him. But I don't think you
Yeah.
get a facial.
No,
No, you bring your own
Oh,
facials
So-
now
I'm so
from your
sorry.
beauty advent calendar.
You can do
if
that
you get
anywhere.
booked next year and us do a stuck
You
here.
could do that on any
Yeah.
plane, to be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
You
There's
do that on the Channel Tunnel,
a facial
really.
would be wasted
yeah.
on me. I've got a third face.
Yeah,
The
you
rest
can
of
do
it,
your
about
forehead and a
third
bit of your
my face.
nose. Forehead, bit
I don't
of your
even know
nose,
why I bother
under eyes.
moisturising. But
Well,
I
there is
do.
a little bit, you know. Do you moisturise under the beard? do
How
you get
old
to
are
it?
you?
38.
You look younger because I thought you were
It's
going to
the-
go older, and I do
Yeah,
think you
yeah.
look younger.
Yeah, I do use a lot of products.
I think you look like you've just turned 30 from the age of 29.
Thank you.
Wow.
We're editing that out, aren't we?
Why
No.
would we?
I don't know.
You want to seem older.
Why is this show called Why is Harriet Crying and
And-
not
Right.
Why is Harriet and or Sunil crying?
Because Sunil doesn't cry.
Oh.
Sunil hasn't cried since he was 8 and tripped over a dog.
Mm.
And it just
Have you
it
not
was the
tripped over
shock
any
of
dogs
it.
since?
A butcher's dog, of all
A
things.
butcher's dog.
It was a
What
classic
makes it a
butcher's dog with
butcher's dog?
sausages in its mouth. running
No,
out
it
of a
wasn't.
butcher's.
No,
in
it
Carmarthen.
wasn't.
In Carmarthen.
Do you think something worse happened to you when a child therapist told you that's
I
what
know,
happened?
I've covered it up.
It
was a
wasn't
butcher's
a dog.
dog.
It
It had
wasn't
sausages
a
in its
butcher's
mouth.
dog with sausages in its mouth. Doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
What,
It
so it-
stole the
It was
sausages.
a jolly dog that sold some sausages.
It's a jolly fat Labrador that stole some sausages and it was running out of the butcher's and I fell
No.
over it.
No.
What?
And then you cried and you haven't had a feeling since.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
that's not
God.
true.
But
I'm
you always
happy.
seem
30
so
years.
happy.
I'm
so,
fine,
but
yeah.
I feel like if you can be happy, you can be sad. Like I'm never happy or sad, so I'm always
You can be flat and happy and back to flat.
oh, because I've not cried in.
Yeah. This is.
I can't remember the last time I cried.
There you go.
I
normal
get to the
person.
point where I feel like
Yeah.
I'm mine, but then I clock that it's pathetic and stop myself.
Oh, right.
I've never even cried in therapy, and I go every Tuesday because I'm trying to write a new show and I'm hoping it pulls something out of me.
You don't even cry in therapy.
No, he leaves the tissues. Like I think he's really willing it now because
Yeah.
he's always like, "Do you want to cry?" And I'm always like, "No." I was just thinking about what to say that won't like, because I don't want to get stuck in therapy. Like I want to leave when I want to leave.
Right.
I don't want them to turn around and go,
We've dug this out. Let's have
"We
a
think
chat."
you need to stay a bit longer."
Do you think you need to? You're resisting the therapy. Maybe you need to go into it. You need to. What's that called? Surrender to the therapy.
No,
You need
I
to
think because I
surrender.
do surrender because I always feel better when I leave. But yeah, I just don't cry. The closest I've got recently is I was driving back from a gig, and do you know when all the bloody roads are closed,
Yeah.
and then the diversion makes no sense, and you're just going round and round
Yeah.
somewhere near Birmingham at 3 a.m. and you're like, I just want to get home.
Yeah.
That's the closest I've come, but I still didn't.
That's happened to me, and I just drove round and round in circles, and I had to call Bobby, and he had to track where I was and direct me from near Norwich.
That's so
It was
funny.
very stressful.
That
What
is
do you look at
very
me like that
funny.
for?
But you have sat nav.
Yes, I know, but it was it was taking me back to the start.
Yeah, listen,
the
the thing with
problem.
with diversions,
But-
sat nav is not your friend.
But Google always it updates.
No.
No,
Only if
no.
only if they've been smart enough to say, like, there's at a
Oh, only if they-
website,
yeah,
they have
yeah.
to register that they're doing work set, and if they
Yeah,
don't,
they don't.
Google doesn't know.
Yeah, I've
And they
done that.
very
on the
rarely
M4
do.
Ones, yeah. Wait, you mean the yellow signs where you have to? There's like a yellow sign and then a square, and you've got to follow the square.
Yeah, but I didn't know because they had like
Yeah,
circles
how
and
do you
squares
know?
and
Yeah.
triangles. That means there's
Yeah.
like 7 different diversions going on, and you have to not only look
Yeah.
for the diversion but your sign.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. I'm
No,
falling
I
asleep
don't
at the
have time for
wheel.
that.
It's 2
I
a.m.
don't have time for that, and I'm busy driving. I'm not trying to take like a quiz or something. Like it's
And-
very difficult.
I've driven with you, and
Yeah,
if it's not just forward to destination, I'm concerned.
I'm so glad I didn't drive with you to Dorchester the other day.
That's rude. It was. Do you remember when we drove to that gig in
Like weird
Hartford or
churchy.
something?
Yeah.
And then as we drove into the theatre, we pulled up outside a window that was just full of children in a changing room, just getting changed. And then we were just looking through the window, and then an adult saw us and panicked, and then pulled the curtains like
Yeah.
as if we were perfect.
We felt very inappropriate. And then do you remember the gig as well? Just the whole night was like the best
Oh,
thing about
God.
it was the journey, and she can't drive. So you know that's problematic.
In Hartford. was this?
Hartford, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Wow, wow.
long journey.
That was
yeah.
so strange.
Yeah.
It was just such a weird gig. Do you remember us just sat in there as well?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
You look shell shocked at the memory of this.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel it. I
Well.
feel like that most of the time about gigs.
Yeah.
I tell you what does make me angry, which is not the point of the podcast, but people that can't do their jobs. I get really incensed.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've gone very elitist. You know, when like I go to like a supermarket, if they don't smile at you and they're like throwing the stuff at you, like you're the problem.
Yeah.
And I'm like, excuse me, when I worked at Sainsbury's Denton M34 2SJ, I always
Yeah.
gave a smile, talked to them, offered them help with their packing, and these ones like throw cobs at me head like I'm
I
niche.
think, yeah.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, I completely understand. I remember when I worked at Debenhams and it was very overwhelming. And so I'll do things for them and I'll just be like, they could literally like throw something at my head and I'll be like, I'm sorry. I know
But
that you're tired.
like it's easy. Like when I was working in the BT shop back in the
What
day,
is that?
What is that?
they were selling mobile phones.
Oh, when BT had mobile phones.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was very good at it because I knew I'd only have to do it for 6 months in my gap year or whatever.
Yeah, there was
But
an
if you have
end
to,
point.
if you know
yeah.
there's like you're doing it for the rest of your life, you're like absolutely fuck this
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
But I think like a lot of like, I get really angry now going into Pret. I hate-
Why?
They're so shit.
The staff.
Yeah, there's no queuing system.
No,
Anyone
there's-
can get fucking served. It makes me so angry.
How
Yeah.
long do you have to wait in a prep? Maximum one and a half
not
minutes.
it's not the actual length of the wait. It's the fact that people can just queue up from the side and get served before you.
And I don't
That's
like
what
the
gets you
system with
angry.
coffee. Like, at least in Starbucks, you're in a queue, they take your name.
Exactly.
Like, here, they're just like,
That is
you just
true.
stand there.
I've never even thought about the queuing system.
There
at
isn't
Pret.
one. That's why.
You should take it over.
Pret.
Yeah.
I got my first ever free coffee from Pret the other day.
Isn't that such a
Really?
nice
It's
Yeah,
feeling?
it's so
It
good.
means you're a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you get it?
I walked in and they were arguing behind the till, 2 of them, and then one of them said to me, "Can you just help with this?" She was like, "Does mayonnaise have milk in it?" And I was like, "No, it doesn't." And she went, "Thank you." And then I said, "Can I have a tea and this chocolate bar?" And she went, "You can have it."
I don't.
What?
She I
understand.
helped her in an argument with her workmate.
But wait, does it have mayonnaise in it? No, wait. does
Does
it have
mayo-
milk in it?
No,
What is it? Mayonnaise.
Egg.
oil and egg.
Ugh, gross.
Your face.
Oily egg. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I had something really disgusting happen to me on Thursday.
Mm.
Was it the election?
It was a bad day, and
Yeah.
there should have been a sign.
This is New
I-
Year.
Oh.
What? Oh no, I know, but I'm still going to tell this story just because
Okay,
it makes
yeah.
sense, right? So I went to have a drink. I went to Leon to get a drink in my keep cup, and I went to have a sip, and I had a sip, and then I was like, "Oh, my stomach is rumbling."
That was huge.
Oh my God, I thought that was the
Move.
boiler.
Yeah,
I
that was
thought that was the
amazing.
water system.
That's absolutely massive.
I'm remembering the
Oh
story.
my God. Do you want a French fancy? I don't know what to do. Are you hungry? That was
French
vital.
while
That
ago.
was really
That's
not
really loud.
nice. Oh, that looks
Anyway,
fun.
this is even worse. The story's going to get even worse.
Can I tell him
In
the
it.
fart fact?
Yeah, you can.
Bobby's never heard her fart.
Is that
keeps
true?
It, she keeps it in. Oh, he's heard her once, and that was in the middle of the
Maybe
night.
that's why
But
my
that doesn't
stomach's
count,
rumbling.
apparently.
Anyway, I went to take a sip.
Can't go.
I went
can't
to take
go.
a sip. Listen to this, it's so disgusting.
yeah.
And I had a sip, and then in my mouth, there was something. I pulled it out. It was a long black pubic hair. that belonged to the
pubic hair.
person. Somebody in Leon had put it in my drink
It
on
wasn't a pubic- it
purpose.
wasn't a
They
pubic
put it in
hair.
my
Wasn't
drink.
there
They,
pube?
It wasn't
they
their
was.
pube.
They took
Thank
it out
you.
of their trousers and they put it into my drink.
Who did?
And then it was in my mouth.
Who
The
did?
man at Leon.
Or it could have been a woman.
I saw him.
Okay.
Well, what? Wait, why would you drink it if you saw him put a pube in your cup?
No, I didn't see him do it. I know who it was. So if I saw him again, I'd know.
Harriet, no one.
I tell you, it was vandalizing.
This
He
would've-
vandaled me.
This would
What,
have.
is that what's
Yes,
the word?
that's the word.
I wish
Yeah.
someone had vandal me. This would not stand up in a court of law.
Yeah.
Like,
Why?
because you said, I saw him do it. And then I said, oh, why did you drink it then? And you said, well, I didn't see him do it. And therefore, there's no evidence.
No, I saw. You said who it could have been a girl, and I said no, it was a boy. I saw him, and then he turned, and then I came back, and then I had a sip, and it was hidden beneath. So it was like at the top, but hidden beneath.
Oh, he
it
probably
because
hid
I
it,
looked
had he?
at the top.
He'd
yeah.
hidden it in your tea.
He hid his pubic hair in it, and then I drank it, and it was the biggest pubic hair you've ever seen.
How big was it?
It was so big. It was so thick, and I had it in my mouth, and I pulled it
Are you
out. and it
sure
was
he hasn't
also-
just got thick head hair?
No, and it was humiliating to pull out a pubic hair from your mouth. Like I felt.
Oh, you've done
humiliated.
that before. Please.
Yeah, but someone was like, "Was it Bobby's?" And I was like, "No, rather it was Bobby's. For once, I wish it was Bobby's pubic hair in my mouth."
And
Do
you
know
know
what I
that it
mean?
was
Like,
bright ginger.
Yeah, yeah, but it was black, black as
Which
the
is
night.
probably not
yeah,
Bobby's
this pubic
colour.
hair. No, it was really.
I don't
sad.
believe you.
Why do these
You
things...
don't believe me. You saw me afterwards. I was so upset. You saw
No,
me
you weren't.
afterwards. Yes, I was upset. I said to you, I've had a horrible day. I just had a pubic hair in my mouth. I sent you a message.
Yeah, but I don't believe you that it was a pubic hair.
I feel like, why do these things always happen to you? Like, why do
I
they...
think, if you think about
always
it, you
happen?
feel better about it if you didn't immediately believe it was a pubic
But
hair.
I know, I can't
You
not
don't know.
I
You
know
don't
now.
know.
And I've got
You
this
don't
keep
know what the
cup, and I
difference between
can't
hairs
trust it. I can't drink from it again because
Come
there's a
on, you
pubic hair
don't
in
know
it.
if it's a pubic hair. You don't know.
I do know.
How?
They're different. Pubic hairs are different.
Some people
They're
have.
different.
I don't
curly
think
hair.
that's true. Some people...
No.
It is coarser, though, a pube.
No, you know a pube when you see a pube and when you feel
How
a
do you
pube
get
in your
a
mouth.
pube out of you and get it into the cut? It's too
Maybe
much.
it was on his hand. Maybe he'd been touching his penis and then he had a stray pubic hair on his hand and then he placed it. Or maybe he has like a stash.
but you
maybe he
running-
has a stash in his
But you
pocket.
creating this
that
is
he-
not helpful to you.
Why?
feeling better
Why
about it.
do you think he chose out of everyone to put a pube in your cup?
Like a fuck you. Like,
you,
fuck
why?
you. I don't know.
Because you're intolerant to everything.
Yeah, like, can I have coconut milk? And he was like, next person that asks for coconut milk, I'm going to fuck a fucking
Yeah.
pubic
Said that,
hair
did
in their
he?
drink.
Did he say that?
In his head.
Yeah.
Because
I
these things...
think, yeah.
Funny things always happen to you. Is that why this podcast exists?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
but but I think the problem is I get to other people, they'd just be like, oh, another day, another pubic hair. But I think I get too affected by it. I think that's the problem.
Would you say you're over dramatic?
I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take it personally. Like, this is a personal attack that
Well,
somebody
that's
put
clear,
a
yeah.
pubic hair.
Whereas I'd be
in my
like,
drink.
well, that's a hair. Let's get rid
But
of that.
you could just be like, oh, I guess it was just a beard hair. Like, you
Yeah.
have an excuse.
Could be a beard hair. What makes you think it's not?
I know a beard hair and I know a pubic hair.
No, you don't. People
Yes,
have
I
different
do.
beards. You don't know everyone's beard and pubes.
I do.
Do you know everyone's
We'll
beards
do a
and
test
pubes?
and you can put a pubic hair and a beard hair in my mouth and I'll
No.
tell you which one is the pubic hair and which one is
I would like to see that right now. Also, isn't a beard a pubic hair anyway?
a facial pubic
Whoa.
hair.
Yeah.
Oh, what even is a pubic hair? We're asking
Yeah.
the big questions
Like
today.
my asshole hair. Is that pubic hair?
Oh.
Sometimes I think that can be fine.
Okay, there is. I don't
Yeah.
think there's any difference between the hairs except the arsehole. The arsehole hairs you don't want anywhere near you, but the other hairs are fine.
I don't want a pubic hair near me.
What about a head hair?
I don't want a head hair either, actually.
But you think a pubic hair is worse?
Yes,
Why?
because it's near a dirty dick.
What's dirty about the dick?
He's probably dirty.
Why?
Why?
Well, he's working. He's busy. You know what I mean? Like, you're working, you're busy. He will at least have to travel. Like, there's sweat that accumulates. Like, why are you looking like that?
I
There's
don't think
bits of
I get a
things that
sweaty
come out
dick
of-
when
you
I
don't-
travel.
Your dick doesn't get sweaty.
I don't know how dicks work, but I imagine that they get dirty.
But if you think about all the dirt that's on your face as well, 'cause from around you, like pollution and all that kind of stuff, that's dirty. That's dirtier.
yeah.
I'm just enjoying a quality street.
Anyway, well, I'm sad for you.
Thank you for
that
being
you
sad for me.
think
Thank
like
you.
this.
Thank you.
I wonder why this stuff always happens to you, though.
I don't know. I think it's like people just take against me, maybe.
Like you and Kate Lucas, who's
Well,
another
yeah.
comedian, are two of the most bonkers, haphazard. I just don't know.
It's not them. It's not some sort of like divine thing. It's if you look at the way
Yes.
they interact with
Yeah.
it, it's their fault.
No,
Yeah.
the world's fault. Wait. the world is against us. I
That's
think.
because you think like that.
Yeah.
These things continue to happen to you.
But I always wonder about you if you have any focus.
Like with what?
Just like, I don't know, getting somewhere. Or
I think that's
like,
the problem. I'm not in it.
But I would rather be like you than like me because I obsess over everything because I'm such an over worrier. Whereas I feel like
I over worry as well, but then in the moment, I stop thinking.
Yeah.
And it's a problem.
What do you
That's
mean you
the
stop
problem.
thinking? What
I
happens?
just stop thinking.
And what happens
like a
in your head?
defense mechanism, like switch off, let
I
it
just
happen.
switch off.
Oh, and you wait for someone to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! 'Cause I did like that show you and Bobby did. Do you know where bad things kept happening to you on E4? I thought that was so funny. Like they couldn't.
That was the
have,
name of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad things keep happening to you.
they couldn't have picked. I mean, Bobby, take it or leave it. But you, they couldn't have booked anyone better to have to do all this awful stuff.
Yeah, I get overwhelmed. I think
Yeah.
quite easily. I think my stomach's going to rumble again. I'm nervous.
What are you nervous about?
I don't know. I didn't have lunch. I just had brunch, and I'm nervous it's going to make a noise. And then you said it was disgusting.
Well, no, I didn't.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did not say the
No.
word disgusting.
He said it
at all.
sounded like the building. If anything, he called you a house.
Don't call me a house.
A lovely
But
three-bedroom
you
house.
you do get overwhelmed by stuff as well.
Oh,
yeah.
I get worked up.
Yeah.
But I get like angry or like, oh God, why does this keep happening to me? I don't get like
sad.
sad. I don't think I can cry. I think it's my defense mechanism the other way is
What do? You just bury it.
I bury everything.
Good lad.
Yeah.
Good lad.
It
That's
inspires you to go on. Like
It just makes
you
me
use that
like,
rage.
yeah, I really do use the rage. And I'm like, why the fuck is everyone so stupid? And I really do believe, like with you, I think everything that happens to you, Harriet, is because of you. Whereas I believe, I do. But I do.
He pointed at me as he said it as
To
well.
you.
But I believe that everything that happens to me is because of other idiots. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I'm bringing it on myself. You are just a poor victim that things
Yeah.
happen to. Yeah,
Do you-
yeah,
do you-
Stephen.
We're
you-
both victims,
Yeah.
but in different ways. You're a victim of
yeah.
yourself, and I'm a victim of circumstance.
Do you have any like nemesis or enemies that you want to crush?
Oh my God, so many.
Really?
Like, the list is longer than I have friends. I really don't like anyone that travels during rush hour.
Yeah.
I don't like anyone in London.
Yeah.
Like, look
Yep.
up and smile, fuckers.
Yeah.
Who
Oh, I
else
don't
do
want
like?
that though.
I don't
like,
want
I don't
anyone
like
looking
gig,
at me.
Gig promoters get on my nerves when they're like, "Can you promote your gig?" And it's like, you promote your fucking gig, and I'll tell my dick jokes there. How about that? And I don't like. Yeah, I mean, the list is endless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like TV people. They're so stupid. They're some of the most stupid people I've ever met. Who
You
else?
used to work in TV, Stephen.
That's why I know. The problem is now is I've seen it both sides.
Yeah,
So I've
yeah.
seen it behind the scenes and from this way of trying to get on. And you're like, do you know when they're like, let's have an internet sensation on the one show, and then people switch off the one show, and then they're like, why did that happen? It's like, because the people watching the internet are watching the internet, and
Yeah.
the people watching TV are watching TV.
Yeah.
Like the echo chamber shit with the election. And it's like, let's all talk about all these things. It's like, my mum and dad don't have Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
How are you talking to them?
How do they take in news? Are they buying newspapers? Are they that? Like
They read the Sun.
they read the Sun.
Let's whisper it. Yeah.
Every day. Or the actual newspaper.
Yeah.
Do they still have the lovely lady on page 3?
I think
don't
they got
read
rid
the
of
Sun.
it. I think they got rid of it.
Because
I
I
think
was
they've got rid of it, yeah.
one of the papers does because I was sat next to a man and he
That's
was
probably the
really in
Star or the
depthly
Sunday
looking at
Sport.
it. Yeah, really
yeah.
like looking at it, like really taking it all in.
I listened to an interview with the man who came up with that idea. He lives on the 30th floor of one of the Barbican Towers. He's very wealthy.
Wow, good for
Yeah.
him.
He said it was the proudest day of his life when he opened the paper and he said, I saw a lovely pair of...
Don't look at me when you say
That's
that.
what he
That's
said.
when you
That's what he
leant-
said. I saw a
you
lovely
leant
pair,
really close.
a lovely bosom.
Oh,
Proudest day of his
God.
life. Yeah, I get it. But there's nothing... There's like... What? I know what you mean about people who are incompetent and that.
Yeah, that is
But when
my
you see
biggest-
You
someone
get
who-
annoyed with incompetence a lot, actually.
I do.
But are you super organised in your own life? Like, I know
Yes,
exactly
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
doing
yeah.
all the time.
Oh,
If
I know
I've got a
exa-
deadline, it's in. I'm never worried. If an invoice comes in, I pay it the day it comes in.
Okay, maybe not that much, but
I'm super duper organised.
Yeah, you need
if
to
I'm
invoice
traveling
me.
around, I know exactly where I'm going,
Yeah.
and I know exactly how to get there, and I'm not dawdling, I'm not stopping, and I'm getting there.
Same. You allow extra time in case
Oh,
of an
Yes,
incident.
absolutely,
Good
yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Well
Because
done.
do you know what I hate? I really hate. I think what I don't like about people's incompetence is the excuses. Like we've all been there.
I
when
feel like
people
Well, I
this is
take it as an
personal,
insult.
and I feel
Yeah.
like you're both talking about
No,
me.
I feel
and
people's incompetence.
You're both. I'm just sat
I
here,
don't
and
think
I
you're
feel like you're
incompetent.
talking around.
No, you're always on time.
the
You're
fact
you're not
it's
late
me.
or anything.
Yes, thank you.
I find that their incompetence is an insult. That it means that they don't value my time
Yeah.
as much as I value
And
mine.
it's also like, I don't mind if someone's late, but why don't you just let people know you're going to be late? I think that's another.
Yeah, rude.
That's a way to save that.
And not 5 minutes before you're supposed to get there, and so I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
half
Just
an
be
hour
like,
late.
listen,
Yeah.
my train was cancelled, or
Yeah,
I
yeah.
missed the train I was supposed to get. I'm going to be 30 minutes late. You know, have
Yeah.
a coffee on me if you're already there, and if not, walk the long way around. I just find it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it all. My favourite is though well, it annoys me, but I do quite enjoy excuses. You know, like say you're due a payment in, and they're like, my cat died, and it's like, well, I don't give a fuck about the cat. Like,
It's
to be
actually
honest.
very overwhelming when your cat dies.
No, but
I don't know if this has ever
if-
happened to you, but I was talking last night about how I cried on stage when my cat was sick, because
yeah,
it
that
really
was-
does take over your life.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
understand it's like awful, but if you had like a
I-
proper job, if you were a nurse,
Yeah, I
you
did.
couldn't not do your job.
I
because
got
your
sent
cat
home
died.
from the hospital because my cat died, and they said
You weren't
Go
a
home.
nurse.
You
Don't
weren't a
say
nurse.
I
you were,
was
you were working in a
for
call
the
centre.
NHS
Oh my
in
God.
the
NHS. You were
hospital,
temping
and
in
they
the
said,
NHS.
"Go home. You're too emotional to work." And then I went to the vets.
It's because you haven't got anything important enough to do that you have to allow that to overwhelm you. If people's lives depended on you, you'd have to just forget, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was thinking maybe I should go into something more like helpful with the world and like do something more good.
Oh, like what?
Well, I was like, maybe I should go into politics and do something different. And then I was like, I did stand up, I've done that. And then I was like, oh yeah, but I bombed so much and made so many mistakes for so many years. I was like, but that's like such a problem that like that's
You-
a death.
You
Like
can't-
that's
you
someone
can't-
dies.
You can't quietly make mistakes as a
That's the
politician.
thing. You
Yeah.
can't just make mistakes and just be like,
You should become
Oh,
a
well.
magistrate.
what is that?
Okay, don't.
No, what is it? They wear the hats. Do they wear the hats?
No.
Okay.
They're normal people who go and sit in magistrates. They're the magistrate who decides what the whether
I'd like to be a decision maker of some sort. I'd get rid of like so many incompetent fools.
I don't know if you should be in charge
I don't
then.
think I should.
I think
No,
it might
no
go to your
power.
head a
I
little
don't
bit,
think
yeah.
I should have any power ever. I'd be like, they annoy me. Put them in the bin.
There's a very good book called The Power Broker.
Oh yeah.
It's about the Parks Commissioner of New York. It sounds really boring,
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
but
It really
basically
does.
he became one of the most powerful people in New York simply by being incredibly competent, and everyone else was they didn't know what to do with him.
I thought that about the election. Do you know when they're all going to do, I'm going to do these a
Yeah,
million
yeah, yeah.
things, and everyone's like, how can you do those a million things? I would have voted for the person that says, I'm definitely going to do these 2 things in my time,
Yeah,
and ideally, I'd also look at these things.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'd vote for that person.
A
Yeah.
better to-do list.
Yeah.
Someone with a better to-do list.
Yeah.
That's all
I
I
love
care
a to-do
about.
list. Do you have a to-do list, Harriet?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah, yeah. I am actually a very together person. You guys. So as you're so together, I guess you guys don't need New Year's resolutions.
No.
There's
No.
nothing to improve. Are
I
you
don't-
serious?
No,
You
not
don't
that
have
I
New Year's
Not
resolutions?
that I've got nothing to improve. It's just that if I needed to do, I wouldn't. A New Year's resolution doesn't mean anything to me.
I don't need a reset. Like, I could do it like
Yeah.
tomorrow. If I was like, okay, you need to stop eating chocolate, I'd do it tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can't. This whole New Year, New Me thing really gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just, like, you have the chance to be a new you every single day.
I don't. On the 3rd of January, I'm like, oh, fucked up. Got to wait till next year again. It's
Really?
like, yeah,
I can't.
next year I'll do
yeah.
it.
If I was like, if I was considering joining a gym, I wouldn't be able to do it when everyone else is.
No, it's too
Like, I can't be
busy.
around.
You're a rule breaker.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
a
what
rule
it is.
maker. I make my own rules.
Is this just
That's
a
the
podcast
same
of
thing.
you two flirting for an hour and getting away with it 'cause
No
you're
one has ever
married?
called it that before.
Because-
Not one person has ever.
No one person has ever called it that ever.
I feel like I'm just here for decoration.
You are.
Thank you.
Good decoration.
Thank you.
So you're not going to have any New Year's resolutions?
No, I don't think so. What I am going to try and do, but I'm already trying it because I take... Oh, wait, we're in the new year. You get it. But I've started taking CBD oil to chill me out.
Oh yeah.
Honest to God, I'm going to be an ambassador of that.
Does it work?
Yeah, it really works. And you're allowed to drive on it because I checked.
But what was your state before and after? Like what? How?
I'm very, very like highly strung.
Right.
And things push me to the
No.
edge. Moi? Qu'est-ce que c'est? So whereas Harriet cries at everything, I think everything's the end of the world.
Right.
And I took CBD oil, and now there's things where I've like texted my boyfriend, be like, you'll never guess what fucking happened to the day. And he like tentatively like walks home like and walks in like, oh, what's he walking into? And now I'm like this calm. Lasagna's on the table. This has happened today. I've got Schitt's Creek ready to go. And he's like, what? He's like, so now he like pours it down. So I think it's not like a New Year's resolution. It's just more like I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Have you ever tried weed?
No,
I think
'cause
you
I'm
might
scared
quite
of
like
Papa
that.
Whitey.
Yeah.
And I already feel like everyone's out to get me. So
Yeah. I've discovered sleeping pills and they're fantastic. I woke up at 3 yesterday, and
Yeah. In the
only
afternoon.
because there was a knock on the door.
So you took a sleeping pill to sleep the night before?
Yeah.
why
What
don't you have
kind of pill?
anything
What
to
is
do in
it?
the day?
I did. That was the problem. I was just asleep.
You missed all the natural
I
daylight.
missed all the natural daylight. I only woke up
love
because
it.
someone knocked at the door, and then.
But what
it
was the
great.
pill? What are they?
They're like completely legal, just like
Herbal. or something?
no travel sickness. Travel sickness. They deal with travel sickness, allergies, and I sleep for 14 hours. It's great.
It's not, okay, yeah, fair enough.
I don't
You
know what they're
gotta do-
called.
yeah.
They
You
just by
don't
my
know what
bed.
they're called.
They just by my
They're
bed.
by my
just
bed
take
and
one
I don't know what
yeah.
they're called. I think Bobby's just popped some pills in
I
there.
think so.
I'm
Yeah.
concerned at how much you're sleeping. How
Yeah,
do you get
well,
anything done?
I don't usually. I think it's just because I was a bit stressed with the election, so I didn't get much sleep that night. And then I was
Okay.
like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna take a sleeping pill and see what happens."
So you see, with the election, this is how much like I have no
Mm.
emotion anymore because of Brexit and Donald Trump. I was like, it's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just prepared myself. Like I was. Just
I
so,
don't
like,
know
I
how we
thought I was
didn't see it
prepared and
coming.
I
I
was
don't
so
understand
sad.
the.
I don't understand. And do you know what I felt like? Everything I was seeing on social media was exactly the same stuff I saw at Brexit, and I was like, this didn't work. You need to go knock on some doors.
Happened
or
in
whatever.
2010, 2015. It's happened all the time. Yeah.
And you've just not. So I was just like, yep.
Yeah.
And everyone's texting me going like, oh my God, are you okay? I think also people are a bit dramatic. Like, I was like,
I was doing that. I was
Yeah.
messaging.
are you alone? Are you this? Like, have you got someone to like hug tonight?
I imagine
If you
some
got
people
someone
would.
to hug
I imagine some people would have been incredibly upset.
Yeah.
But I never
Yeah.
had the expectation that it was ever going to happen. So
Well,
You
that's. I
can't
guess
be.
that's the way to live. If you never hope, then you'll never be disappointed.
well, no, I mean, I was hopeful, but I
Wow.
didn't. It wasn't ever going to happen.
High hopes, low expectation.
Exactly. Yeah. Wait. What? Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good way to live. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you hope big, but then you don't
Yeah,
expect
yeah, yeah.
Big
anything.
dreams, but
Yeah,
yeah,
don't
but you don't
expect
expect
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Little boy with big dreams.
That's all I am, mama.
What do you think? Because we're in a new decade now. What do you
So
think?
you
about
don't.
that?
You hope there's no pubes in your drink, but you don't expect it.
I will always expect that there's a pube in my drink, but
you
I'll
hope there's
really
not.
hope that there's not. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check every time I have a drink now, like to see if there's.
You
a
will
pube.
for some time.
I
Yeah.
couldn't drink a coffee yesterday because of it.
Wow.
It's difficult because you have to trust. It just makes you think like how much trust you have to put into the people that make your drinks.
You
and you
just-
don't
if
even
you
think
think about it,
about
the
it.
world runs on trust. Like
Yeah.
this, there's a reason why this country is the way it is, because people trust each other to a certain level.
Yeah.
In countries where there isn't that level of trust, there's much more corruption, much more violence,
So do you think in other countries there's more pubes in people's drinks?
probably.
I think it's because everyone's so self-obsessed that they think no one would ever put a pube in my drink.
Yeah, well, I had a real wake-up call because
Yeah.
I was just living my life being self-obsessed, and then I thought
That was a wake up call, was it?
it was a real wake-up call.
From your self obsession.
And he was
Yeah.
thinking, because he's so self-obsessed, he was like, you know what everyone wants?
Yeah, that's what everyone wants in their mouth. Yeah.
Did it make you cry, by the way?
I didn't cry, but I was like really tearful and overwhelmed. And then I got on the train, and then the train was so full, and there was nowhere. I got a seat, but like I was really sick. And then I had food, but it was like the hot food from Leon. I couldn't eat it on the train because the train was busy, and the smell. And then I was.
Hold on. Someone put a pube in your coffee and you still considered it in the food.
I was really hungry, but I didn't eat it for ages. I just had it with me, and then I was really hungry. And then I was like, "Can I eat this? What if they?" But then I was like, "Actually, it's different people that make the coffee and different people that make the food."
Just to
So
give
you
you
ate
So it was sealed,
Cold pube-laid food.
cold, no pube food.
Okay.
You
Because it was a
sure?
different chef. The chef and that they don't interact. They've got different
the
things.
coffee chef.
The coffee
The coffee chef
yeah.
is the problem.
Do you have good people around you when you cry?
No,
Or
not
do
really.
they
Do you know
laugh at
Bobby?
you?
Yeah.
You haven't met Bobby
Well, that's what I was
Metz,
thinking
yeah.
about. I was like, I
Bobby's
think Bobby
helpful.
would just laugh at you when you cry.
Yeah, he's
Is
yeah. Well, yeah. He just
But to be fair, they say to a child, like a toddler, if they fall over and start crying, you laugh so they don't think of it as a bad thing. Like, you're so silly.
Or does that make a real humiliation complex for them?
Well, the thing is, if you keep
Oh.
reacting to their tears, they'll keep crying whenever they want some attention.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. That's what I've learned from reading this book, Codependency No More.
Do you go to therapy?
A
What
little
do
bit,
you
a
think?
little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, Sunil?
No.
No, I didn't think.
But you should maybe. This is Sunil's therapy. We're trying to
This
make
is
him
it.
feel emotions.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nice.
So what we do every episode is I read a sad story to try and make Sunil feel
Oh,
something.
great.
To see if it can make both of you feel something.
Go on then.
Okay. It's so right.
Do you write them yourself?
No, they're
You
based on
fucking-
real.
Ah.
What?
Nothing.
They're based on real.
Just
So
remembered some of them.
okay. Get ready.
Yeah, I'm
This
ready.
could be your first tears of the new year. He's less than a foot tall, but the little sausage dog has survived
It's not,
getting
'cause it's
lost
always
in a
small
dangerous Australian bushfire. Wilbur's story, Wilbur the sausage dog,
What made you think this is... Every time.
captivated
What do you-
animal lovers with news channels appealing for help to reunite him with his owners. Firefighters found him wandering alone on Wednesday in New South Wales as fires burnt around him.
I wouldn't have cried if he was
Brave.
dead.
You wouldn't have cried if he was dead.
No.
That's a really bad story. Like the minute you say less than an inch tall or whatever, that's really funny. Small things are
Sausage
funny.
dog got lost in a fire, is it?
And his
then
name's
came out.
Wilbur.
6 people died.
And
Luckily,
that's sad.
but Wilbur's owner quickly came forward to claim him and revealed he was still searching for Wilbur's brother. Wait, why is the brother in italics? I don't know.
'Cause they're probably
But just
not
a few
related.
hours later, Ollie the beagle was found
There we go.
16
Not, his
kilometres
not technically
away.
his brother.
Wait, they can't be brothers if
No,
one's a
that's why
sausage dog
brothers
and
in
one's a
inverted
beagle.
commas,
This
isn't it?
before this record.
She never reads
Yes,
any of them.
Wilbur's story of survival has sparked an outpouring of emotion from other sausage dog owners. The whole sausage dog owner
None of us
community.
are sausage
They're
dog
up
owners.
in
Why
arms.
would...
They're up in arms.
No,
You
they're
never
not up
seen
in
a
arms. It
sausage
doesn't
dog?
say up in arms.
A sausage
Up in
dog-
arms means they're angry.
Oh, down in arms. I don't know. But have you ever seen a sausage dog?
Yeah.
They have such small legs.
Yeah.
It's like their legs have been cut in half.
Yeah, it's really...
Can you imagine?
I'll tell you what's sad is that they've been inbred for so long.
Wow.
It's not the first story of animal survival. It's not even
No, it's
the
not.
first
How
in
could it
these
be? How could it
bushfires.
ever be the first story of animal
I know how
survival?
to make Sunil cry because this even makes me
Okay,
cry.
yeah.
I think you've gone really down the wrong avenue
Okay.
here. I want to take you back to X Factor Series 4. Daniel. Okay, Daniel's...
Daniel.
Yeah. His wife
Right.
passed away
Mm.
during labour of their little baby girl.
Oh my god.
And then he found the application form to the X Factor in her belongings. So he felt like he had to do it.
Oh,
And then
right.
he sung this beautiful song to her. Now, you need to watch the video clip for this to hit you.
How
in
long
the
ago
heart.
was this?
2008, the year
Okay.
before Cheryl
I've
joined.
never heard of Daniel though.
Daniel X Factor. Well, he's not around now.
Well, that's
That's-
what's
that's
really that's really
sad.
sad
That's really
that he
sad.
tried to do it and then
Not
his
even
dreams
pub
didn't
singing.
come true.
Not even pub singing.
Fucking hell.
He used to clean pools. I think he's cleaning pools again.
People have got pools.
You must have to travel quite far to
Yeah.
get there. A koala called Lewis
No,
became famous after the video of his rescue from a tree in a woman's shirt went viral. Sadly, he didn't survive his burns and the decision was made to put him down. I saw that video.
Stop doing
I
this.
saw
Stop
that video
doing
and
these
it was so
stories.
sad.
Why
Back
did they
in the
write that
UK
story?
Back in the UK, a fox was described as the luckiest in the world after being rescued from locked gates at
This is
Swansea
Newsbeat.
Docks.
This is BBC Newsbeat.
That's not sad.
Yeah,
It's for
it's
children.
swimming.
These are
It
children's
was named
stories.
Splash after it slipped in and it swam for 5 minutes.
How many
I didn't
stories are
even
you
know
going to do? You're only
foxes could
supposed to
swim.
do one.
And then there's the amazing story of a 10-week-old puppy with a second tail in the middle of his head.
That is. I've seen that one.
That's not sad.
That's not sad, that's just weird.
Whoa.
No, he's got a tail in his head.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
Really? That's a fucking freak
cute.
show. You should put
It's
that
a
dog down.
unicorn. Do you know it is sad? When I did a gig in Newcastle, I had to stay at an easy hotel.
That is really sad.
There's
That
a
is
sad
sad.
story
Yeah,
that
that's
we
a
needed.
sad story if ever I heard one.
Windows.
Yeah. I stayed in one without windows, the Z hotels, and I actually find it quite exciting. It's like, I don't know, like you're in a prison or something.
No.
No, and they also have free cheese at 4 o'clock.
You
Four
Z
o'clock.
hotels. No, I can't eat it, but they've got wine as
Do you
well.
think you'd survive in prison?
I don't think so, actually.
I think
Yeah,
I'd be
you
like
would.
top dog.
Sometimes people... You think you'd be?
Yeah,
I think
I think
you
all
would
these
be. Yeah,
muscly,
yeah,
bald-haired men would be my bitches.
Yeah, I
really
think I
do.
can see that as well. I think you'd do well in prison, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Why?
think you would, because I think that
Thank
you'd
you.
just you'd do some gambling and stuff, and like you just would act unbothered.
Yeah, I think he'd slip
You
under
just
the
wouldn't
radar.
you wouldn't show any. Yeah,
You
no
wouldn't
one would
bother with him.
notice
You
you.
wouldn't
Yeah,
bother with him.
yeah.
No. And then I'll slowly work my way up behind the scenes.
I think people might try and be nice to me maybe in prison.
Well, I think they won't.
Yeah, maybe they'd just see me
They'd
and
see
they'd
you
just
as
like
weak
me.
and immediately
They'd
go
like
for
me
you.
as a
I think
person.
they'd use you as a drug mule
Maybe.
and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Harriet, take the sugar to the kitchen.
Oh dear.
Well.
Well, I think that's our first podcast done for the decade.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, 2020.
How
What
long
does
have
that
you been
even
doing this
mean?
for?
So
Fucking
you have
ages,
now like
so
3
long.
years or something.
Probably about
Really?
that.
You
Yeah.
must really like each
Just
other.
lost so
It's
much
just
money.
literally nothing
Yeah.
else to do.
Well, that
you-
makes me want to cry.
We did it. Have you got anything to promote, Stephen?
Oh, I'm going on tour.
Woo!
There he is.
About that.
Please do.
Been to all these places I don't want to go. It's called Stephen Bailey Can't Be Bothered. Guess what I felt when I booked this tour in? Yeah, so tickets at stephenbaileycomedy.co.uk.
And watch Stephen on Live at the Apollo. It should be on iPlayer.
Oh my
still.
goodness!
It's
I haven't
amazing.
seen it yet. I'm gonna over Christmas. I'm gonna have a good binge of everybody's at the Apollos. He did very well. Of course he did.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was
Stephen.
so happy with it,
Oh,
know.
that's so nice.
even though my agent at the time
Oh yeah.
Uh,
No, I just, yeah.
asked me what material I was going to do just before I went on.
Oh dear. Anyway,
That was awkward.
have you got anything? You got your radio show.
starting my radio
what's
show.
your radio show?
It's on the BBC Asian network.
Oh, I saw this. Who's it with?
It's with Ishan Akbar and Nim Adedra. That's
Oh,
every
yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
Do you have to record it live?
Mm,
Really?
terrifying.
That would annoy
There
me.
goes your
Yeah.
Saturday afternoons.
What if you had like a weekend away, like a Friday, Saturday? You'd have
Can't
to
do
pop
it.
back.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
What if you've got a children's birthday party?
I'll go to that. I'll cancel the show.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
And I probably do
Pubes
have
on
a
the
couple of them.
coffees.
Please, Stephen, please. And then we've just starting to do previews. So
You're
come
going
and
back next year.
GNL comedy.
yeah. So come see us try out new stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm at the Vault Festival.
So am I.
Yeah.
You doing the Vault Festival?
I'm doing
Don't
No.
ask you
11, 12,
You
13
don't ask
February.
to do it. You
Don't
have
listen
to put
to them.
yourself forward.
Oh.
I don't know when I'm doing it. I'm doing Leicester.
Oh, I'm doing Leicester when you're in Leicester.
Oh, I don't know.
20th or something.
Okay.
22nd.
I don't know.
Mm.
Oh, no, the
Yeah.
day before 21st, I think.
There we go.
Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Well, thanks so much for listening.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Ta-da.
Bye bye.